With upgrade to BTT SKR Mini E3v3 on Ender 3 Pro, you need to install the firmware. There is two options available. First, go to the Big Tree Tech GitHub and use their precompiled firmware. But this firmware is not up to date. Some bug fixes and improvements is missing. For simple use it's fine, so if you don't want to bother with compiling firmware, this will be enough for you. Second option is compile up-to-date firmware with all latest changes. I'll show you how to do it. Go to the Marlin GitHub Repositories tab and open Configuration repository in second browser tab. We will return to it later. Then open the Marlin repository. In Branches drop-down menu select Bugfix 2.1.x branch. This branch contains all latest changes. In Code drop-down use Preferred method to get project. For editing, I recommend to use Visual Studio Code. Very easy to get all required plugins. As far as I know, Atom Editor also have tools for build. In Visual Studio, you need to install two plugins, Platform.io IDE and Auto Build Marlin. Next, return to the previously opened Configuration tab in Marlin's GitHub. Go to Config, Examples, Creality, Ender 3 Pro, Big Tree Tech SKR Mini E3 3.0. Select Configuration file and copy it. In Editor, open the corresponding file in the Marlin folder and paste the copied settings. Do the same for the Configuration.h file. Open Platformio.ini file and for variable default env set value stm32f103rebtt. In File Configuration.h comment or delete lines with error. Download boot screen and status screen files into project if they are missing. If you plan to use its stock ZN stop detector, you don't have to change anything. Open Auto Build Marlin extension and click Show ABM panel if you don't have such tab in Editor. Next to the field STM32F103REBTT, press Build and wait until it is finished. In Opened Explorer, if you are using Windows, copy firmware bin file to the flash drive, turn off your printer, insert flash drive, turn on printer and wait until it loading is finished. If the printer menu appears on the screen, then congratulations, you have successfully installed the firmware. If not, double-check that the files have been selected and copied correctly and rebuild the firmware. If you have installed the BLTouch or 3DTouch probe, you will need to make some adjustments to the firmware files. Uncomment end stop pull up Z-min probe line. Find line with define BLTouch and uncomment it also. For variable nozzle to probe offset, specify the values from the description of the mount. Most authors indicate these parameters. In case if Z-axis not specified, set -1.85 mm. For filed multiple probing, set 2. For Z after probing, set 2. For Z probe low point is -5 and for Z after homing, set 10. Next, you to comment min software end stop Z to allow Z-axis move to the lowest point. In Calibrate section, enable auto bed leveling by linear and comment mesh bed leveling. To enable saving calibrated values, enable Restore Leveling after G28. You can also define any amount of point for calibration with field grid max points X. Z-safe homing have to be enabled. For the Configuration.h file, you need to set BLTouch delay with 500 value. And very important if you're using cheap clones like 3DTouch or for some reason your Z-axis motor not stopping even if all the pins are connected correctly, you have to disable BLTouch Force SW mode. All done, you can build and install firmware. Hope this tutorial was helpful.